भारतीय न्यूज़ सीधा सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening everyone and welcome to Bhartiya News. I am Sana Manchanda. Let's have a look on the topmost news of the day. Let's begin with the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to visit Mizoram and Manipur on September 13. Officials in Aizawl were quoted. According to state government sources, the Prime Minister will begin his visit from Mizoram, where he is scheduled to inaugurate the new 51.38 km long Bairabi-Serang railway line. This new project is a crucial step under the Centre's Act East policy aimed at strengthening connectivity and driving economic growth across the northeast. As per details, the railway line will connect Aizawl with the rest of the country through Assam Silchar in order to improve accessibility and trade opportunities. As the Election Commission of India (ECI) prepares to announce the dates for the high-stakes assembly elections in Bihar, the confusion over the National Democratic Alliance chief ministerial race seems to persist, with the Bhartiya Janata Party emerging as the big brother in the state. Even though the Saffron Party has emerged stronger in the state, its top leaders, including Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, have backed incumbent Chief Minister and Janata Dal-United leader Nitish Kumar to lead the alliance in the state after initial reluctance. Let's come to the international news. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the United States is considering all possible actions, including new sanctions against Russia over its ongoing war in Ukraine. Speaking to news channel, Bessent said, Putin has, in a despicable manner, increased the bombing campaign. So, I think with the President Trump, all options are on the table, and I think we will be examining those very closely this week. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin, speaking at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) summit in Tianjin, China, defended Russia's actions in the Ukraine. He claimed the conflict started due to 2014 coup in Kyiv, which he said was provoked by the Western countries.
बस अभी 12th खत्म हुई थी और अब आधे से ज्यादा टाइम ये सोचकर निकाल देते हो कि विच करियर टू चूज. वेल, इन दैट केस आई गॉट यू कवर्ड. ये वीडियो एंड तक देखना, क्या पता आई विल जस्ट मेक अप योर माइंड. यू मस्ट हैव थॉट ऑफ कोई बस ऐसा कोर्स मिल जाए जहां अनलिमिटेड जॉब ऑप्शंस हो, क्योंकि मैं भी यही सोचती थी. जैसे कि जर्नलिस्ट, न्यूज एंकर, रेडियो जॉकी, स्क्रीन राइटर, वीडियो एडिटर, इवेंट मैनेजर, ग्राफिक डिजाइनर, सिनेमैट, फोटोग्राफर, डायरेक्टर, पब्लिक रिलेशन ऑफिसर, एंटरप्रेन्योर. इनफैक्ट इन सबसे भी ज्यादा जॉब ऑप्शंस चाहिए. तो जस्ट चूज BAJMC एज योर करियर. BAJMC is not just about theory but plenty of practical knowledge too. BAJMC as a course आपको provide करता है world की better understanding, meeting और working with people of top notch industry. और सिर्फ यही नहीं, BAJMC as a course आपको help करता है to grow personally and professionally too. So what are you waiting for? Choose BAJMC क्योंकि इधर आपको मिलेंगी endless possibilities.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin were at the center of attention during the 25th Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) Heads of the State Council Summit held in Tianjin on Monday. Both leaders, playing pivotal roles on the global stage, emphasized the importance of diplomatic dialogue and peace efforts amid the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. During the summit, President Putin praised the constructive roles of India and China in seeking a resolution to the crisis. He countered claims made by the former White House advisor Peter Navarro, who had controversially labeled the war in Ukraine as Modi's war, attributing the root causes instead to NATO and Western interference. We highly appreciate the efforts and proposals from China and India aimed at facilitating the resolution of the Ukrainian crisis, Putin said during the address of the forum. Let's have a look on the sports news. England will begin the final assignment of their home summer, a white ball series featuring 3 ODIs as well as many T20Is in Leeds on Tuesday, September 2, 2 days after the 100 came to a close. While South Africa got a hang of the format a couple of weeks ago by playing 3 matches against Australia, England will have to quickly warm up to it, having last played in June against the West Indies. Australian speedster Michelle Stark has called the time on his T20I career on Tuesday, September 2, Stark confirmed that the test remain his priority and wants to give himself every chance to play in the 2027 ODI World Cup 2 years from now, and hence stepping away from the international T20s was the best way forward. Stark, who represented Australia in 65 T20Is, last played in the format in the T20 World Cup last year, his final game being against the India in the Super 8. Let's have a look on the business news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated the Semicon India 2025 conclave in the national capital. The 3-day conference will focus on advancing a robust, resilient and sustainable semiconductor ecosystem in India. Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav presented the first Made in India chip to PM Modi, developed by the Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO in partnership with the Semiconductor Laboratory SCL, Chandigarh. The chip has named as Vikram 3201. Shares of non-banking financial company NBFC Bajaj Finance continued an upward trend for the fourth consecutive session on Tuesday, September 2, 2025, as the benchmark indices gained in the opening session. The counter started the trading session of Rs 897 on the BSE against the previous close of Rs 889.05, representing a gain of 0.89% from the closing price of the last trading session. The stock continued to rise, reaching a high of Rs 898.50. Last seen, the stock held firmly at green at Rs 897.95 with a gain of Rs 8.90 on 1%. On the National Stock Exchange NSE, the stock started the trading session at Rs 895, up by Rs 5.65 from the previous close of Rs 889.35. Company stood at Rs 5,58,592 crore. So that concludes our news bulletin for today. Thank you for joining us and stay tuned to Bharti News for continuous and upcoming updates. Have a good evening and a great night ahead.
भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।